The event that prompted the issuing of the warning for Jefferson County and Oldham counties in Kentucky was a confirmed tornado northwest of New Albany. The touchdown apparently occurred in Floyd County northwest of New Albany, and the storms, I understand from the National Weather Service here in Louisville, have been confirmed by the state police in Indiana. Here's a rundown now of the tornado warnings that are in effect. We have been able to hear the sirens, the civil defense sirens going off here in the metropolitan Louisville area, and that is the signal to take cover. If you have not done so, you definitely should. We have had the report now, and this was just handed me, and we were checking it out, the report of a funnel cloud possibly sighted in the Portland area of western Louisville. Let's go to two things. First of all, the tower cam. I believe that's what you're seeing in the back of me. There's been quite a bit of vivid lightning out there. Not showing up at the moment. More importantly, let's go right to the radar, and you can see the movement on these particular cells. They have dropped a little closer to the river now, dropping a little further south all the time, showing no signs of diminishing in intensity. Still very, very strong. This is Floyd County, Indiana. And you can see some of this very, very heavy activity now is very close to the western edge of Louisville. You see that flashing area right there. This is Jefferson County, Kentucky. This particular line right here would be the Ohio River. Now then, tornado warning means that you should take cover. Avoid windows. If you have a basement, go to the basement. Get under something substantial. Seek shelter in an interior, such as a closet, or on the lowest floor. And those are some of the brief safety tips that I can give you. Again, tornado warnings in effect for the following. Basically, the entire metropolitan Louisville area. The civil defense sirens are sounding. That is the means that was adopted several years ago here in the metro Louisville area of warning the mass population. The sirens go off. You should be able to hear them in Louisville and throughout Jefferson County. Tornado warning in effect for Jefferson and Oldham counties in Kentucky to 1 a.m. and to 12:45 for these Indiana counties. Crawford, Clark, Harrison, and Floyd. As I say, this basically includes the entire metropolitan Louisville area. Now, before we go back to programming, let's take one more look at the radar. We have no more information in at this point, but rest assured we will interrupt programming as necessary. Here are the strong storms that are laying just to the north of Louisville here in, this is Clark County, the Clarksville, Jeffersonville area. Here's the area in Oldham County. Some of these storms are just ready to cross the river into Oldham County. It looks like some of these storms have also pressed into extreme western Louisville. These are very dangerous storms. As they moved through Indiana earlier Saturday night, produced 2 deaths. Numerous reports of property damage, particularly to mobile homes throughout Orange County. Looks like the hardest hit area so far has been Lawrence County, south of Bedford. Also other reports of mobile homes damaged in Jennings County and also in Jackson County. Again, Jefferson County, which includes Louisville, Jefferson County, Kentucky, and Oldham County under a tornado warning through 1 a.m. I want to keep emphasizing this because a warning means take shelter now. Don't talk about it. Don't think about it. Don't say, oh, well, maybe not me. Better to take shelter and be safe than not to take shelter and possibly be sorry. These storms have a history of producing very, very violent forms of damage throughout the Saturday evening hours. It is still very, very warm out. Temperatures up around 80 degrees. Humidity is very high. And we are under a tornado watch in the entire Channel 32 viewing area through 4 a.m. That is it for the moment. You should be, at this point, seeking shelter. You should be in shelter. We'll update you again as information becomes available. I'm Reed Yadon.
Many as 125 persons have been reported injured in Bedford alone. With more on the tornado warnings and watches and reports of tornadoes, here's Reed Yadon.
Okay, Steve, heavy thunderstorms are rumbling even outside our studio at the present time. What you see behind me is a live view from the Channel 32 tower cam looking basically off to the northwest. The occasional flashes will be the very, very intense lightning. Tornado warnings are in effect for these counties. The Louisville metropolitan area under a tornado warning. We've had confirmed touchdowns in southern Indiana, up near Sellersburg, also near New Albany, and it appears there have been some touchdowns in Jefferson County. We have crews out. The situation we need to try to impose upon you now is be in your shelter, be in your place of safety. That is the most important thing at this particular moment that we can pass on. Steve?
Read again the update. At least 7 people have died in tornadoes across southern Indiana last night and early this morning. 125 people injured in Bedford. We'll have more as it is warranted.
Times that they are affected till. We are getting very heavy rain here at the Channel 32 studios on Melwood Avenue near Zorn. It appears there is a considerable power outage also in the city of Louisville. I just talked with the National Weather Service, and I asked what advice we should pass on if there was anything other than what has moved on the teletype circuits that we should be passing on. And without hesitancy, the person said, take cover. So, again, we'll reemphasize what we've been repeating now for nearly 40 minutes or so, and that is, I hope that you are under cover. I've just been checking around, and believe it or not, as believable as it is, I had to talk on the phone some people into taking cover. They didn't believe it was necessary. So, I hope that indeed you are in a safe place at this point or making your way to one. We will continue to keep you informed. We have a full complement of news staffers on duty. As Steve Burgin reported a while ago, the National Weather Service is calling this the worst outbreak of tornado activity since the tornadoes hit the Louisville area in 1974. 7 deaths so far counted in Indiana. 2 of those in the Lawrence County area. We have crews in Lawrence County, south of Bedford, at this particular point. So that brings you up to date as far as we have it now. Again, Henry County, there you see the new list of thunderstorm warnings that are in effect for these Kentucky counties. Jefferson, Oldham, and now Henry counties just gone on the list, the result of a tornado apparently touching down northeast of LaGrange. That is the very latest information for now from the Channel 32 Weather Center. I'm Reed Yadon. Several minutes ago, it included the warning that was in effect for Shelby County, Henry, Owen, southern Trimble, and Carroll counties. Those warnings have now expired. There are no new warnings in effect at this particular moment. Here is the latest radar view. This line of storms that you see has passed out of the immediate ground clutter now here in the Louisville area. And let's go ahead and focus in and take a little closer look at it as it begins to move through portions of Shelby County now. The line is does not appear to be nearly as intense as it was earlier, perhaps an hour and a half ago. We have no reports of any damage as a result of the storm moving through the Shelby County area. Observer reported winds possibly gusting to 30 miles an hour or so, and that would appear to be about the extent of it. Now then, as far as what is ahead for the rest of the night, it's going to be a matter of doing a lot of cleaning up for a whole lot of folks. LG&E told us about 10 minutes ago that power is still off to about 2,000 of their customers. Particularly hard hit the Algonquin section of the Louisville area, also the area up around LaGrange. We had the report of a tornado touchdown up in the LaGrange area, and our newsroom has confirmed that there are 2 homes totally destroyed in LaGrange. The hardest hit area was up in Indiana, up in Lawrence County, around Bedford. Reports of 2 fatalities there. Also, perhaps as many as 125 people injured. That was in the Lawrence County area. Steve Burgin will be joining us in just a couple of moments here to have an update from the newsroom. Now then, I want to show you the tornado watch area. A tornado watch does remain in effect for the Channel 32 viewing area through 4 a.m. It appears that perhaps this line of very strong storms is starting to lose some of its punch. During our 11 o'clock news, it appeared to us, and indeed to some of the folks at the Weather Service, the line that was moving through Indiana was going to just skirt the immediate Louisville area. And then about 11:30 or 11:35, the line very, very quickly intensified as it moved through Harrison County, Indiana. The National Weather Service office in Indianapolis was looking at that line on their radar. They were communicating with the Weather Service office here in Louisville, and the line was just really exploding, just intensifying just minute by minute. And that's when it began to move through the southern Indiana counties, Clark, Floyd, and then on through portions of Jefferson and Oldham counties. Here's the watch area. This watch, as I say, remains in effect through 4 a.m. Now then, Steve Burgin, I believe, has some more current information for us.
Reed, I'll tell you what we know so far about what has happened in Floyd and Clark counties in Indiana. The Paradise bowling lanes have been hit near Sellersburg. South Speed by John Noble Road, 2 houses leveled there, some reports of injuries. New Washington Road, 3 reports of injuries. Old Highway 60 in Sellersburg, mobile homes damaged and injuries reported there also. In Floyd County, Still Road in Floyd's Knobs, 6 Mile Swift near Grant Run Road, and damage reported on Beacon Road. In northeast LaGrange in Oldham County, we have reports of at least 1 home leveled there, other homes damaged. So far, no reports of any injuries in LaGrange. There are apparently widespread power outages in Oldham County at this hour. And again, there have been extensive damage to a number of trailers in Salem and in Bedford. Bedford apparently the hardest hit in the southern Indiana area. Reed?
About 15 minutes ago, I talked with one of our regular weather watchers from the Lawrence County area. And the Piercies reported to me that at Highway 37 and 50, that was very close to that trailer court that apparently was very, very extensively damaged up there. About 4 or 5 businesses, a service station, a convenient mart, a couple other businesses have been totally leveled up there. So the more reports we get in, the more it seems to focus on the Lawrence County area as being the hardest hit.
Actually, we probably will not know the extent of damage until daybreak.
It's going to be daybreak before we really begin to know. We had a lot of reports of funnel cloud and tornado activity in Jefferson County. And in talking with the folks at the Weather Service, they are of the opinion, with the volume of reports that we got, that there was some validity to those reports. But again, I think daylight is going to really be required to tell the story.
Okay, as we may have, I know we've told you earlier, it's the worst tornadoes since April.
April of 1974 is what the Weather Service is calling this particular outbreak.
Okay, Reed, thank you very much. We will break into regular programming if warranted throughout the morning.